Hey everyone, and welcome to Stoic Spirit. Ever feel like you're surrounded by a culture obsessed with appearing strong? Six-pack abs, flawless Instagram feeds, the never-ending hustle? It's all about the outward projection, isn't it? But deep down, we all know that true strength isn't about flexing. It's about resilience. It's about grit. It's about that unshakable inner peace that allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Today, we're going on a journey of self-discovery, exploring 7 surprising signs that you might be mentally stronger than you think. We'll be drawing inspiration from the ancient yet incredibly relevant philosophy of Stoicism, uncovering practical tools and timeless wisdom that can empower you to live a more fulfilling and resilient life. These aren't just superficial traits. They're powerful practices you can cultivate to build genuine inner strength. So, if you're ready to ditch the facade, embrace your inner strength, and navigate the complexities of modern life with Stoic wisdom, hit that subscribe button and join the Stoic Spirit community. We're exploring the path to a stronger, more resilient you, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. Let's dive into those 7 powerful signs, shall we? Sign 1. You own your emotions. The power of emotional mastery. Ever feel like your emotions are a runaway train, careening off the rails and taking you on a chaotic, unplanned journey? We all have. Society often equates strength with suppressing emotions, putting on a brave face, and pretending everything is fine. But true mental strength isn't about lacking emotions. It's about mastering them. It's about being the conductor of your emotional train, choosing the destination and navigating the route with skillful precision. Think of the Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. This powerful statement holds the key to emotional mastery. Imagine this. You're stuck in traffic, already late for an important meeting. Frustration starts to simmer, threatening to boil over into road rage. A mentally strong person doesn't deny the frustration. They acknowledge it, then pause. They take a deep breath, centering themselves in the present moment. They ask that crucial Stoic question: is this traffic jam within my control? The answer, of course, is no. Cursing, honking, and fuming won't magically clear the road. So they choose to let go of the frustration and focus on what is within their control. Perhaps they can call ahead and inform the meeting attendees of the delay. Maybe they can use the time to listen to a helpful podcast or simply practice mindfulness. This is the essence of emotional control. Responding, not reacting. It's about creating space between the stimulus, the traffic jam, and your response, frustration, anger. This space allows you to choose a more constructive course of action, guided by reason rather than raw emotion. How can you cultivate this emotional mastery? Start with small daily practices. Mindful breathing. When you feel emotions rising, take a few deep, conscious breaths. This simple act can interrupt the emotional cascade and bring you back to the present. The Stoic question. Regularly ask yourself, is this within my control? This helps you differentiate between what you can influence and what you can't, allowing you to focus your energy effectively. Journaling. Reflect on situations where your emotions got the better of you. What triggered them? How could you respond differently next time? Journaling can help you identify patterns and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Emotional mastery isn't about becoming an emotionless robot. It's about developing the ability to navigate your emotional landscape with awareness, intention, and skill. It's about choosing wisdom over reactivity, and it's a cornerstone of true mental strength. Sign 2. You take ownership. The power of accountability. Mess up? We all do. It's part of being human. We're not perfect, and we're bound to stumble along the way. The difference between someone who is mentally strong and someone who isn't lies not in the absence of mistakes, but in how they respond to them. A truly strong person doesn't deflect blame, make excuses, or play the victim. They own their mistakes. They apologize sincerely, and most importantly, they learn from the experience. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely observed, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Mistakes aren't the end of the world. They're the end of one approach, one attempt, one chapter. They mark the beginning of something new, a chance to learn, to grow, and to approach things differently next time. Imagine this. You miss a crucial deadline at work. Your first instinct might be to blame a colleague, point fingers at unforeseen circumstances, or simply downplay the severity of the situation. But a mentally strong person takes a different approach. They acknowledge their role in the missed deadline, even if external factors contributed. They take ownership of the consequences and apologize to those affected. They then analyze what went wrong, identify areas for improvement, and create a plan to prevent similar mistakes in the future. This act of taking responsibility, though sometimes difficult, is incredibly empowering. It shifts you from a passive victim of circumstance to an active author of your own story. You're no longer at the mercy of external forces. You're taking control of your narrative and shaping your future through conscious choices. How can you cultivate this sense of ownership in your daily life? Practice self-reflection. Regularly examine your actions and their consequences. Don't shy away from acknowledging your mistakes, both big and small. Ask yourself, what could I have done differently? Embrace feedback. View criticism as an opportunity for growth, not a personal attack. Even if you don't agree with everything, look for kernels of truth that can help you improve. Focus on solutions. Instead of dwelling on the problem or assigning blame, direct your energy towards finding solutions. Ask yourself, what can I do now to rectify the situation and move forward? Acknowledge your successes. Taking ownership isn't just about admitting mistakes, it's also about recognizing your accomplishments. Celebrate your wins, both big and small, to cultivate a balanced sense of self-awareness. Taking responsibility isn't about beating yourself up. It's about learning, growing, and becoming a more empowered and resilient individual. It's about recognizing that you have the power to shape your life, one responsible choice at a time. It's a cornerstone of true mental strength, enabling you to navigate life's inevitable setbacks with grace and wisdom. Sign 3. You stare down fear, the courage to act. Fear is a liar, a master of deception. It whispers doubts in your ear, magnifies worst-case scenarios, and convinces you that you're not good enough, strong enough, or brave enough. It paints vivid pictures of failure and humiliation, paralyzing you with indecision and holding you back from pursuing your dreams. But you're not easily fooled. You recognize fear for what it is, a mental construct, an illusion, a phantom of the mind. You acknowledge its presence, but you refuse to let it dictate your actions. You stare it down, and then you act anyway. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. It's in those moments of facing our fears, big or small, that we discover our true potential. We learn what we're truly capable of, and we forge the kind of courage that can't be taught, only earned through experience. Imagine this. You have a dream of starting your own business, but fear creeps in, whispering doubts about your abilities, highlighting the risks involved, and painting a bleak picture of potential failure. A mentally strong person doesn't let these fears hold them captive. They acknowledge the fear, but they refuse to let it paralyze them. They break down the daunting task of starting a business into smaller, more manageable steps. Researching the market, developing a business plan, securing funding, etc. With each step they take, their confidence grows and the fear begins to dissipate. Or perhaps your fear is more personal, like public speaking. The thought of standing in front of a crowd sends shivers down your spine. But instead of avoiding the opportunity, you embrace the discomfort. You prepare thoroughly, practice your presentation, and visualize yourself succeeding. And when the moment arrives, you step onto that stage, heart pounding, but determined to face your fear head on. How can you cultivate this courage to act in the face of fear? Name your fears. Don't let fear lurk in the shadows. Bring it into the light by identifying and naming your specific fears. This act of acknowledgement diminishes their power. Challenge your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this fear based on reality or just my imagination? Often, our fears are far more exaggerated than the actual situation warrants. Visualize success. Imagine yourself successfully navigating the situation you fear. This mental rehearsal can build your confidence and reduce anxiety. Start small. You don't have to conquer your biggest fear overnight. Start with smaller challenges and gradually work your way up. Each small victory will build your courage and resilience. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Recognize that fear is a natural human emotion, and it's okay to feel afraid. The key is to act despite the fear, not to eliminate it entirely. Facing your fears isn't about becoming fearless. It's about developing the courage to act despite your fears. It's about recognizing that on the other side of fear lies growth, transformation, and the discovery of your true potential. It's a crucial element of mental strength, empowering you to live a life of purpose, passion, and unwavering resilience. Sign 4. You enjoy your own company, the strength of solitude. FOMO, fear of missing out, not you. While others chase the constant buzz of social interaction, craving external validation, and fearing the stillness of solitude, you understand the profound power of spending time alone. You recognize that solitude isn't loneliness, it's a sanctuary, a chance to recharge your batteries, reflect on your experiences, and reconnect with your deepest self. It's in these quiet moments, away from the noise and distractions of the world, that true inner strength is cultivated. As Marcus Aurelius so eloquently put it, nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his soul. Your soul, your inner world, is a refuge, a place of peace and clarity, and solitude is the key that unlocks its door. Imagine this. After a hectic week of work, social obligations, and constant digital stimulation, you carve out a few hours for yourself. You power down your phone, close your laptop, and simply be. Perhaps you take a long walk in nature, listening to the rustling leaves and the chirping birds. Maybe you curl up with a good book, losing yourself in the words and stories. Or perhaps you simply sit in silence, observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. In these moments of solitude, you're not escaping life. You're engaging with it on a deeper level. You're giving yourself the space to process your experiences, gain perspective, and reconnect with your values and priorities. You're cultivating self-awareness, the foundation of all true growth and resilience. How can you embrace the power of solitude in your own life? Schedule solitude. Treat solitude like any other important appointment. Block out time in your calendar specifically for spending time alone, even if it's just for 15 to 30 minutes each day. Create a ritual. Develop a solitude ritual that helps you disconnect from the external world and connect with your inner self. This could involve meditation, journaling, listening to calming music, spending time in nature, or simply sitting in silence. Disconnect from technology. The constant barrage of notifications and social media updates can be a major obstacle to solitude. Make a conscious effort to disconnect from technology during your solitude time. Embrace boredom. Don't be afraid of boredom. In those moments of stillness, when your mind isn't occupied with external stimuli, creativity and insight can emerge. Start small and gradually increase. If you're not used to spending time alone, start with short periods of solitude and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable. Embracing solitude isn't about becoming a hermit or isolating yourself from the world. It's about recognizing the importance of regularly connecting with your inner self. It's about cultivating a sense of self-reliance, finding peace in your own company, and building the kind of inner strength that can weather any storm. It's a powerful practice that can transform your life from the inside out. Sign 5. You find the silver lining, the art of resilient optimism. Life throws curveballs. Unexpected challenges, setbacks, and disappointments are an inevitable part of the human experience. But you don't let these curveballs knock you out of the game. You might stumble, you might fall, but you always get back up, dust yourself off, and look for the silver lining. You understand that adversity isn't a punishment, it's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to polish your resilience. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely observed, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. It's through facing adversity that we refine our character, strengthen our resolve, and discover the depths of our inner strength. Imagine this: you lose your job unexpectedly. Fear, anxiety, and discouragement are natural responses. But a mentally strong person doesn't wallow in these negative emotions. They acknowledge the difficulty of the situation, but they also recognize it as a chance for a fresh start. Perhaps they use this time to pursue a long-held dream, acquire new skills, or explore different career paths. They focus on what they can control, their attitude, their effort, and their response to the challenge. Or perhaps you're facing a health issue. Instead of succumbing to despair, you focus on what you can do to manage your condition, adopting a healthy lifestyle, seeking medical advice, and building a strong support system. You practice gratitude for the things you still have, your loved ones, your inner strength, and the opportunity to learn and grow from this experience. How can you cultivate this resilient optimism in your own life? Practice gratitude. Take time each day to appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small. Keep a gratitude journal, write thank you notes, or simply reflect on the blessings you often take for granted. Reframe your thoughts. Challenge negative thoughts and replace them with more positive and empowering ones. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow stronger as a result of this challenge? Focus on the present moment. Don't dwell on the past or worry about the future. Focus on what you can do right now to improve your situation. Build a support system. Surround yourself with positive and supportive people who can offer encouragement and guidance during difficult times. Practice self-care. Take care of your physical and emotional well-being. Get enough sleep, eat healthy foods, exercise regularly, and engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Staying positive in adversity isn't about denying the difficulty or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the good, even amidst hardship. It's about finding the lessons in the challenges, the strength in the struggles, and the opportunity for growth in every experience. It's a powerful practice that can transform adversity from a stumbling block into a stepping stone on the path to a more resilient and fulfilling life. Sign 6. You protect your energy. The wisdom of setting boundaries. Saying no isn't selfish, it's an act of self-respect. It's a declaration that your time, energy, and well-being are valuable, and you're not willing to compromise them for the sake of pleasing others or meeting unrealistic expectations. You understand that you can't pour from an empty cup, and setting boundaries is essential for self-preservation. You know your limits, and you honor them. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely advised, know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. Setting boundaries is a direct reflection of this self-knowledge. It's about understanding your values, your priorities, and your capacity, and then making choices that align with them. Imagine this. A colleague asks you to take on an extra project, even though you're already overwhelmed with your current workload. A people pleaser might say yes, out of obligation or fear of disappointing their colleague. But a mentally strong person recognizes their limits and politely declines. They understand that taking on too much will lead to burnout, resentment, and ultimately subpar performance on all their tasks. Or perhaps a friend constantly asks for favors, draining your time and energy. A mentally strong person sets clear boundaries, communicating their limits with kindness and firmness. They might offer alternative solutions or suggest other resources, but they don't compromise their own well-being to meet the unreasonable demands of others. How can you cultivate the wisdom of setting boundaries in your own life? Identify your limits. Take some time to reflect on your physical, emotional, and mental capacity. What drains your energy? What activities leave you feeling depleted? What are your non-negotiables? Communicate clearly and kindly. When setting boundaries, be direct and assertive, but also kind and respectful. Explain your reasons calmly and avoid accusatory language. Start small. Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to saying yes to everything. Start with small boundaries and gradually work your way up to more significant ones. Practice saying no. The word no can be incredibly powerful. Practice using it politely but firmly. Remember, you don't need to justify your decisions or offer lengthy explanations. Reinforce your boundaries. Be prepared for pushback. Some people may not respect your boundaries initially. It's important to stand firm and consistently reinforce your limits. Setting boundaries isn't about pushing people away or being selfish. It's about prioritizing your well-being and protecting your energy. It's about creating space for the things that truly matter: your health, your relationships, your passions, and your personal growth. It's a powerful practice that can transform your life, freeing you from the burden of overcommitment and empowering you to live a more balanced, fulfilling, and authentic life. Sign 7. You lift others up. The strength of shared success. True strength isn't about competition. It's about collaboration. It's not about tearing others down to make yourself look taller. It's about lifting them up and recognizing that their success doesn't diminish your own. It amplifies it. You understand that we're all interconnected, and a rising tide lifts all boats. You embody the spirit of abundance, recognizing that there's enough success, happiness, and fulfillment to go around. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, what brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee. Supporting others strengthens the entire community and creates a ripple effect of positivity that benefits everyone involved. Imagine this. A colleague is struggling with a project. Instead of viewing them as competition, you offer your assistance, sharing your knowledge and expertise. You mentor them, providing guidance and encouragement. Their success becomes your shared victory, strengthening your bond and creating a more collaborative and supportive work environment. Or perhaps you see a friend struggling with self-doubt. Instead of dismissing their concerns, you offer words of encouragement, reminding them of their strengths and past achievements. You celebrate their successes, big or small, and help them recognize their own potential. How can you cultivate this spirit of empowerment in your daily life? Practice active listening. Truly listen to others without interrupting or judging. Offer your undivided attention and show genuine interest in their thoughts and feelings. Offer sincere praise and encouragement. Acknowledge the accomplishments and efforts of others. Celebrate their successes and offer words of encouragement when they face challenges. Mentor and share your knowledge. If you have expertise in a particular area, offer to mentor others who are eager to learn. Sharing your knowledge not only benefits them, but also reinforces your own understanding. Volunteer your time and resources. Give back to your community by volunteering your time and resources to causes you care about. Helping others is a powerful way to connect with your humanity and make a positive impact on the world. Practice empathy and compassion. Put yourself in others' shoes and try to understand their perspectives. Offer kindness, support, and understanding, especially during difficult times. Celebrate others' successes as your own. Don't be envious or resentful of others' achievements. Celebrate their successes as if they were your own, recognizing that their accomplishments contribute to the collective good. Lifting others up isn't about self-sacrifice. It's an act of enlightened self-interest. It's about recognizing that our individual well-being is inextricably linked to the well-being of the community. By empowering others, we create a stronger, more supportive, and more fulfilling world for everyone. It's a powerful expression of true mental strength, reflecting the wisdom that we are all better together. Stoicism reminds us that true strength isn't a destination. It's a journey of continuous growth and self-discovery. These 7 signs aren't inherent traits you're either born with or without. They're practices, skills you can hone and cultivate daily, even in small ways. Start with one area that resonates with you and commit to incorporating it into your daily routine. Perhaps you'll begin with a few minutes of mindful breathing each morning, or make a conscious effort to take ownership of your mistakes. Over time, these small acts will compound, transforming your mindset and building unshakable inner strength. And remember, you are stronger than you think. You possess the potential for incredible resilience, wisdom, and inner peace. It's all within you, waiting to be discovered. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Stoic wisdom. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit from it, and subscribe to the channel for more empowering content. Let's continue this journey together, building a stronger, more resilient, and more fulfilling life, one Stoic practice at a time.